My goal was to give Scott his vision, and knowing how it's his dream to finally make this happen, it was exciting to know that he wanted me to come on second unit and actually do the action pieces.
Count right. 3, 2, 1, go! And good. Cut. Wow, nice shot. Okay. Boom. Good job. I'd give you a high five, but I might mess up your thumb. Nice work. You want to give me one more? All right! Yeah!
We start doing previs. Or storyboards.
Launching the flare gun!
Or stunt rehearsals. And we'll videotape everything and present it to Scott and make sure it's right on. And then when it comes time for shooting, that makes it much faster.
We don't see blood yet. We'll see in this shot him landing his face and see him. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Good. Stay there. Don't move. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Go.
Kate getting shot, we used what is called a hand pull. We put her in a harness, and we have some pads out behind her, one of our stunt utilities. We'll give them a cue, and on 3, 2, 1, action. And on action, special effects will blow the squib, and my stunt utility will pull her out, and it's a great shot.
Ready, and 3, 2, 1, go!
It's kind of a fun challenge. You gotta go throw down and commit to it, so it's been a really amazing experience.
At the beginning, you know, Jeep doesn't do that much, but there's a little bit of action in it for me. Had to dive and catch the baby.
The baby drops, and Jeep saves the day. Of course, Jeep did his own stunt, which was pretty amazing. We called it the touchdown.
My life flashed right before my eyes.
Paul Bettany, an amazing guy, amazing ability. I watched his movies prior to this to kind of study and research him, and I'm like, I hope he can pull it off. He comes into rehearsal, he could see everything that we did on video, and he goes, I want to do that.
There's a few things they simply won't let me do, but mostly, yes, I'm doing it all, and I love it. It's embarrassingly fun.
He does this one really cool move, we call it the butterfly twist, where Gabriel is trying to slice at him behind the counter with his wing, and Paul will flip over the wing, landing on the other side, shooting his gun back at him as Gabriel uses his wing to deflect the bullets, comes in to hit him with the mace, and then Paul will do this butterfly twist over where we wrap the wire around his waist, lifting him into the air, and he does a horizontal 360 spin, landing on his feet and firing the gun again. It was incredible.
It truly was a rush, unlike anything legal that I know of. I had to run out and maim and beat up and kill a bunch of possessed people, and there were all these stunt guys. So like they're just the best, most decent human beings in the world. It's like being 10 years old with friends that don't mind if you hit them. You know, I was really hitting and kicking a few of these guys, and they take it in such good spirits. But it's like being a kid and playing army.
So there was a lot of really great things that Paul's able to do. He's just a natural, athletic person who's capable of doing it. My goal is to make sure our actors get through it safely, and with his ability, I feel very comfortable.
I get to do things that I simply can't, like backflips and butterfly rolls. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. Good. Let's go home. You're a rock star. Yay!
Scene 38, our goal in that scene was to keep the possessed from getting to the diner.
The first assault is when the 405 freeway at rush hour arrives at the diner. While we were doing those sequences, there's a first unit and a second unit on the movie, so I'm directing first unit, and second unit is the units that was directed by John Menlin, who's our stunt coordinator.
When we do this, we'll call action. Tom will be the first car. The big rig will be behind it. Once Tom hits his button, he's going to flip in this direction towards the police car. We got a camera over here behind the gas pump, camera over there by the barrels. There will be fire involved in this gag as well.
When we were preparing everything, we started out with little miniature cars, and we designed everything in doing what we call like stop motion.
Eventually we're gonna have him tap Tom, keep turning him around, Randy will slide out. That's Dave Huggins, he's gonna do his Sidewinder. Then we got, who do we say, Ted sliding out in here, Chris coming in, throwing it sideways, maybe catching the rear end of that, jamming this up.
Once that's complete, we'll go ahead and start mapping it out with the stunt guys. So we had 20 stunt drivers, 20 stunt cars, and then behind that we had a bunch of extras to just fill the space. Probably about another 50. And we'll build roll cages for the cars, the ones that are flipping, so when they're rolling over, they're safe. And we'll add some explosions to some of these cars. Our first car crash is what creates the chaos, and that happens from Paul and his accuracy on firing on these cars. That first car ends up hitting a ramp, smashing into the back of a station wagon that was shot at. When it spins out in the road, hit by another car, and with that all tied together, it looks like a big cluster of cars just coming to a halt. Lots of freaking, lots of special effects with Zerk hits, which are the bullet hits that ricochet off the cars that look like sparks. We have fire gags, explosions. Then when we're ready to shoot, we'll do a dry run. Everyone will get out of their car, and we'll walk through the positions and make sure everyone knows exactly what they're doing. Roll cameras, the guys would come in on a certain mark, hit their buttons, and hit the ramps, and come flying into the camera with a nice explosion. It's pretty spectacular.
I'm kind of a big believer in changing the gag in a sequence, so you don't use the same technique for every shot. And so you do all these different tricks, and it's interchanging. But once again, it's sort of the magic of movies. But my favorite scary movies are the ones that really take their time to let things evolve so that you get invested in the characters.
Action.
I think she'd like that.
Very nice.
So there's a lot to do. Car work, fights, lots of wire gags, and with the right people, we can get it done fast.